Hello class, my name is Daniela Carrilli. My project is about J.PEAGET, and today we were going to talk about him. So J.PEAGET was born in Liechtenstein, Switzerland on August 9, 1896. He died on Geneva on September 16, 1980. He was the oldest child in his family. His mother and father were Arthur and Rebecca Jackson. His father was a literature professor at the university. When Jan was 11 years old, he wrote a short notice on an albino sparrow. This short paper is considered the start of his brilliant scientific career that consisted of over more than 60 books and several hundred articles. Piaget was a successful man who occupied different important roles. He became director of studies at J.J. Rossum Institute in Geneva during 1921. In 1923, he married Valentine Chardonnay. Together, they had 3 children. Piaget studied his own children's intellectual development from infancy to language acquisition. This was the stepping stone to his theory of cognitive development. Piaget's research is developmental psychology and genetic epistemology had one unique goal. How does knowledge grow? He came to the conclusion that growing knowledge is a progressive construction of logical embedded structures superseding one another by a process of inclusion of lower powerful logical means into higher, more powerful ones up to adulthood. Therefore, children's logic and models of reasoning are entirely different from those of adults. Piaget was one of the most famous influential researchers in the era of developmental psychology. In his theory, he states that an individual's adaptations to the environment is controlled through mental organizations called schemes. The individual uses schemes to represent the environment, finding homeostasis. He believes that infants are born with schemes, reflexes that control behavior through life. As humans, however, these reflexes are quickly replaced with constructed schemes as the body adapts to the environment. The human body does this via 2 processes. One of the processes is called assimilation. Assimilation means the process of transforming the environment so that it can be placed in pre-existing cognitive structure, and the other process is called accommodation, which means changing cognitive structures in order to accept something from the environment. Both processes, accommodation and assimilation, work in conjunction throughout an individual's lifespan. As scheme structures become more complex, these are organized in hierarchical manner. This is done in 4 stages, from general to specific. The stages of cognitive development identified by Piaget are sensory-motor, pre-operational, concrete operation, and formal operational stage. The first stage, sensory-motor infancy, intelligence is demonstrated through motor activity without the use of symbols. Knowledge is limited because it's based on physical interactions and experiences. At 7 months, the child acquires object permanence memory, which physical development helps develop in new intellectual abilities. At the end of the stage, some symbolic abilities such as language are developed. In the following, the pre-operational stage, toddler and early childhood, intelligence is demonstrated through the use of symbols, and language matures as the memory and imagination develop. Thinking in this stage is done non-logical and in non-reversible manner as a result of egocentric that predominates. In the cognitive operational stage, elementary and early adolescence, intelligence is reflected on logical and systematic manipulation of symbols related to the concrete object. Mental actions that are reversible develop and egocentric diminishes. The last stage, formal operational, adolescence and adulthood, intelligence is demonstrated through logical symbols related to abstract concepts. Although only 35% of high school graduates in individualized countries obtain formal operational, many people do think formally through adulthood. We need to help students link the concrete representations to the abstract idea and use social interactions to help students advance and refine their understandings. As instructors, we need to address the students' difficulties and provide a specific, concrete experience to promote cognitive acquisition of knowledge and facilitate student learning. So we incorporate tiered grouping in this. Well, for example, my career pathway, which is physical education, EC through 12. In my career, I would use the tiered assessments, PowerPoints, to help the student learn objectives, and in that way I would incorporate
Created using Powtoon.